Derek had drunk a beer and I'd had my cocktail. The whole pina colada picture got some people upset when he read online that Derek had been seen drinking a beer. Pops had made contact soon after and offered to send Derek to the same rehab facility Josh had been to in the hope of curing Derek's clearly raging alcoholism.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tough Topic. My name is Brittany. I hope everyone is having a great day. And this will be my part 5 discussion of Jill Dillard's memoir, Counting the Cost. And so far there has been so many bombshells and discoveries that no one saw coming. So in chapter 9, named Real Not Fake, Jill discusses the time that she was on a date with Derek. She had her first pina colada. She explains that she knew nothing about alcohol, but she knew that that drink was a good one. They were out celebrating her son's first day of public school. She gets into detail about enrolling him in public school and how that was such a huge step into separating herself from what she was being taught, that public school is dangerous and ungodly. She said Derek was an example that you can thrive in public school and still love God. She also explains that she was going to take a photo of the two of them, but remove her pina colada glass away from the shot. But then she stopped. Derek had a beer and she had a cocktail. She explains that she wanted to be real and not fake. But the photo got picked up by People magazine and triggered one of her dad's alerts. But she said she didn't receive any communication from him after. But she also said that JimBob reached out before when he was told that Derek was spotted drinking a beer and he wanted to cure Derek's raging alcoholism and send Derek to the same rehab facility that Josh went for his addiction. Derek declined because he's never had more than 2 beers in one sitting, never been drunk, any of that. But Jill takes us back to April of 2019 when JimBob sent a text to Jill and said JimBob stated that she was not to come over the big house without him home. So that was just the pressure of it all. Jill, of course, speaks a lot about JimBob trying to control the narrative and making the other siblings think that Jill is just being disrespectful or disobedient. I think it is the most liberating thing when you share a picture of something and post it knowing you may be looked at sideways, but you're no longer caring about the judgment. As for JimBob, Matthew 7:1 says, "Judge not, that you will not be judged." What happened to that? Also, Matthew 7:3 says, "Why do you see the speck that's in your brother's eye, but not notice the log that's in yours?" What happened to teaching those parts? Do you just leave those parts out? It's also incredibly disturbing that JimBob would stop visits from Jill and Derek at the house unless he's present. And I'm almost certain that's because he sees Jill as like this a negative influence or threat to the other siblings, and they may choose to finally open their own eyes and see how much of a dirty player he is. Although we all know that Jill would never try to convince the younger ones to go against her parents, and JimBob knows that as well, it's just sad that he has to go that route. I always knew that JimBob was this controlling person. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say that I just had this bad feeling. I never had a bad feeling. This was the show that I grew up watching. It was something that I made sure I was home at 8 o'clock to see when I was younger. And just as I got older is when I started realizing something wasn't right. Almost identical as Jill. When she got older, she started to branch out and realize, wait a minute, something's not right about this. I don't feel comfortable doing this, or this doesn't seem like the way it should be done. So how do you guys feel about JimBob trying to send Derek to the same rehab facility as Josh went to? I'm pretty sure Derek was like, well, even if I did have an alcohol problem, it may not be the best thing to go to that rehab facility Josh went to because it may not work. But I do appreciate you guys listening. Please subscribe so you can be here for part 6 of Jill's memoir. And I will talk with you guys soon. Bye for now.